And welcome to the Hopcast.
Thanks for coming back again, everybody.
I'm Brad Chmielewski,
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
and today we're drinking a couple of local beers.
Local red beers. We've got a beer from Revolution called Red Skull. We also have Two Brothers Revelry.
I think this is the second year Revelry's been out.
Okay, I haven't had that beer before. I'm familiar with Red Skull, of course.
I think everyone's familiar with Red Skull.
And that's probably where we're going to be starting off today. Revelry's pretty big beer. That's a 9.5% beer.
Yeah. Well, they're both Imperial Red Ale, so they're going to be
Pretty
pretty
be
big.
up there. So, but we're up for the task.
Watch out.
We're coming to get you. So yeah, let's go ahead and crack open this Red Skull and get into some Revolution.
Well, not surprising. They poured out red.
Indeed, a nice deep red color. Very nice clarity on this beer.
Yeah.
So cheers to those guys over at Revolution.
And we had a bit of a head, and it went away fairly quickly.
And the aroma on this beer is it's pretty dank.
Wow.
I mean, this is a hoppy red beer. And if you know the man who made this beer, Wil Turner, shut up! He loves himself some hoppy red beer. So I'm
Okay.
not surprised.
I think that maybe the only thing he loves more is who the beer is named after.
That's true. This beer was brewed by Wil for his wife. When he was working at the Goose Island Clybourne pub, which he did for almost 10 years,
Yeah.
he would always make beers for his wife, Debbie Turner.
But
Shut up! And his two
Hoppy Queen Bee was like the
Queen Bee was
Queen Bee, yeah.
one of her beers over at Goose, and then he would also brew two beers for each one of his daughters. So he's kind of carrying on that tradition while he's brewing at the pub over at Revolution, and so that was something that started there at the pub, and now it's brought up over to the production facility,
Right. And now it's in bottle.
Mhm.
That's crazy to have a beer named after you that's in bottle.
That's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it wasn't always called Red Skull though. And I'm trying to get Deb to text me back right now, but she's being a jerk. I can't remember what the beer was called. Oh, there's Deb. No, I guess it was always Red Skull.
Oh, never.
So we're wrong.
Okay. Mystery solved.
She said, "Oh, it's named after one of her tattoos."
Oh, okay.
So, and she often has reddish colored hair.
Right, that's what I thought.
Deb changes her hair color all the time, though. So
But it's been red for a while. It was red or purple.
yeah, right.
Yeah, well.
But she also loves her some booze, and she loves her some hops. So this beer is perfect for Deb.
Well, that's it. Well, their house is covered in hops.
It is.
In the summertime, so.
And you remember when we interviewed Wil back like a long time ago at Goose Island Clybourne, and he was talking about Queen Bee, and he said it's a beer that's made for my wife, and it's just like my wife. It said big-bodied, bitter, and alcoholic.
I think at that time we'd never really met Deb.
So we're okay. Yeah, I love this beer. It's got a really great hop aroma on it. Nice body, not too heavy, but plays well with the hops.
Yeah, I love Imperial Reds and red beers too. I know Maeve does too.
Shut up!
That Matthias from Haymarket, that one.
Good beer.
That will knock you on your socks as well.
So yeah, this is no surprise. Will's been making great beer in Chicago for a long time, so but it's nice for him to see his beer in a bottle.
Right, so he would have made this at the pub first, and then they would have took that recipe and do we know if he was involved at the brewing of it there, or
I'm not sure about that. I would assume that he would go over there and check it out just for fun, but logistically he could probably just pass off that recipe to them and they can figure it out.
Right.
I would think
so. Maybe
you just want to be there just because oh, you're bottling one of my beers. That's cool.
Yeah. So it could be a little different from when it was first on at the pub versus when it was here in the bottles made at the production brewery.
Yeah, you probably have a little bit difference. It seems like they pretty much nailed it. From what I remember, it tasting like at the pub.
Yeah, I don't remember having it at the pub prior to the big brewed batch, I guess.
I mean, I think they translated it pretty well. Beer's tasting great out of the bottle. So.
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm. I mean, much like a lot of the stuff that Revolution's doing right now, especially from their hoppier side, has been really, really killing it. So.
Yeah, a lot of their bottles are usually their bigger beers now, and stuff's coming out in the cans. That's kind of their standard and their lower alcohol kind of stuff.
They've got another one out right now called Local Hero, where they're using hops from a local farm here out in Michigan, and that's a great IPA as well. So
was it not the anti-heroes, the regular one? There was the
IPA.
one they did for the C2E2 that was really good too.
What's C2E2?
Oh, the Comic-Con
nerds
that happened here in Chicago. They did a beer for them with it was in that series of hopped IPAs.
Okay. So when they were doing the Galaxy Hero, and
it was one of those with Galaxy Hero and
some hero. They've kind of created a little brand lineup there with all their hero IPAs. So.
Well, if you see a chance to get Red Skull or any of the Revolution stuff, definitely do it. I think you've kind of got to be in Chicago or maybe the suburbs a little bit too.
Yeah, I don't know that they've left the state at this point. I mean, they're brewing a lot and they sell beer pretty fast.
Yeah.
So if you don't see it now, look for it in the future because they're just going to be expanding.
Yeah, I think on the last episode we did was it Anti-Hero? We did with Nick.
We did an Anti-Hero. Yeah.
And that was the number one beer they sell here in Chicago, so it sells out all the time.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point where they just can't keep the IPA on the shelf, so they're doing good work over there.
Yeah, I think they know how to make beer. Approved.
We doubted them, but they know how to make beer. So cheers to Revolution.
So since we're drinking 2 Imperial Reds, is it an Imperial episode?
It's a double Imperial episode of Hopcast.
Imperial Super Triple. No. But yeah, we've wrapped up that Red Skull.
We did.
We might go back to it. I think there's a little more left.
Oh yeah, we'll hit it back up for sure.
Right. But this, the Revelry from Two Brothers comes in a 6-pack, so we have plenty.
Two Brothers Revelry.
We got plenty to drink.
Just gonna sing my Kings of Leon.
Oh. Go ahead.
I'm done now. That was enough. But this should be a pretty intense beer. 9.5%. It was a pricey 6-pack too. So
right, the little corner liquor store over here is selling for basically $20 for the 6-pack.
$20 a 6-pack. So probably expecting a shitload of hops in there too.
Yeah. I think it just came out too. I haven't seen. This is the first time I saw it this year. So should be nice and fresh.
Looking forward to it. Let's bust it open.
Well, this is almost a ripoff of the Red Skull. Same color, almost same clarity.
Same. What gives? Two brothers, what gives?
Thought you were brewing unique beers here.
No, it looks good. It's got a nice clarity to it.
I think we got more head on this one though.
I also think it might be a shade darker.
Okay.
It's almost pushing outside the realm of no longer being red.
Okay. It's
too dark for red.
Too dark for red.
Almost, but it still has some nice red hues to it.
Right, but really clear. I think that's really nice. It looks great.
Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, not what I was expecting. I was expecting I was expecting more Red Skull like hop bomb. This is more just malty, smooth.
Yeah, definitely sweeter.
Yeah. So a different approach to the red ale, which is, always appreciated. Have two different interpretations of the style, which is kind of nice.
Well, we know Red Skull is going to have a lot of hops in it because that's Deb and
Will.
So I think they just, Two Brothers went for more of a bigger, sweeter, maltier beer here than hoppy, I guess.
It's quite nice, though. It's very, especially for 9.5% drinkable beer. It's got certainly a good amount of sweetness for it being that high in alcohol, and just it being a malt-focused beer. You get the only hops I'm really picking up are really on the finish in the back end.
Right.
You get kind of like a lingering bitterness there that is, I think, appropriate because with a beer that has a little bit of that sweetness to it, you kind of want something bitter at the end to kind of make it a little bit more.
And they might have ran out of hops. They do the hop juice, and it comes out
Just
around the
out of
same
hops.
time. It's just like, guys.
So this is a once a year release?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually I think they're late fall, early winter release.
I could see this beer doing pretty well in a barrel. I wonder if they're
They might do
throwing
some
these
of
in
that.
bourbon barrels. That'd be kind of tasty.
Yeah, they do play around with that a little bit because they got the fooders.
Mm-hmm.
And what do they do in the fooders that comes out regular?
They have the Atom Smasher, which is their Oktoberfest. They do that in the fooders, and then
What
what was that other beer?
Yeah.
Resistance.
Oh yeah. Oh, Resistance is
Which
good.
is like a session IPA that's aged in these oak fooders. It's delicious beer.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that beer. I'll have to go out and pick some of that up.
Yeah. I think it's gone now for the season.
Oh, okay. Next time. Would have been a good football beer. Maybe not on the fishing
Not
scale,
on the fishing
but
scale,
football
but on the
scale.
Football scale. Oh man, there's a lot of scales. As in fish.
Wow. I give that joke a 7 on the Hunnemeder.
Yeah, well, two totally different red ales. I think they're both excellent.
Yeah, really good.
And depends on if you want more of a hop forward one or you want more sweet and malt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what are you looking for here? But yeah, both great.
That changes day to day. Maybe you're in the mood for something sweet today and something hoppy tomorrow.
Right, I can
So
see.
pick them both up.
I can see starting with the Red Skull, like that's kind of kicks off your night. This is maybe get some dinner, drink that with dinner. Yeah.
Good after dinner beer too. So it'll definitely put you to sleep at almost 10%. So
We'll see you tomorrow.
so cheers, thanks for watching, and cheers to Illinois Brewery.